Greetings, everyone. My name is Jonathan Bailey, and I'm from the site Plagiarism Today, which can be found at plagiarismtoday.com. Usually, like I said, I'd be talking about copyright news here, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of really good copyright news today. And that's actually probably quite fortuitous because I'm not going to be posting a 3 count today or anything else on Plagiarism Today because we are moving servers, at least I hope we are moving servers. After a very long and I think healthy relationship with Servint, I am in the process of attempting to transfer my account to another VPS provider. I want to be clear about this. I'm actually very, very happy with Servint overall. Their support has been phenomenal in most cases, at least. Every time I post a request, every time I post a question, I get a response within 15 to 20 minutes. Stat. It's an incredibly quick response time. Their engineers have always been very friendly to me and always done their best to help me. Their prices overall I think have been pretty reasonable, and the service I've gotten has been very, very good. I can't really complain. But what's going on is something of a pricing issue, and this is kind of weird to talk about. But basically, many of you might recall that with Plagiarism Today, we had a bit of a problem a while back. It's been now several weeks, it's been over a month actually, since any of these problems have occurred, where the theme would break and the CSS would bork, and there was all these issues. Well, those issues apparently were being caused by memory issues on the server. The way Servint does memory reporting is a bit unusual, and I had no idea that our server was low on memory at all. I really didn't. I assumed, in fact, it looked as if we had about half the memory left. But due to the way they do burstable RAM and so forth, it appeared I had way more memory than I did. And the result was we were getting memory errors left and right, and that was causing the thing to break. So I upgraded to I upgraded from a 768 megabyte RAM account to a 1 gigabyte RAM account. Errors are gone. I haven't had a problem, and that's a price jump of $49 to $59, and that's been pretty reasonable. The problem is that I'm living right now on the razor's edge of that memory, and now that I know how to read the memory, now that I know what's going on there, I'm very nervous about it because we're literally running right at around 95 to 98% of memory. That's not necessarily too bad. I could probably take a few steps to cut it back, but honestly, I'd feel better just getting a bigger VPS account and having the problem is quite simple. Plagiarism Today is a very, very big site. It's big in every context of the word. It's got pretty good traffic, thousands of articles, tens of thousands of comments, a huge, huge database, and it's a beast to run. And caching is very helpful. It does reduce the load a great deal, but it is not a cure-all, unfortunately, because and part of it, the problem is that PT exists, kind of in a long tail. So if you look at like 1 through 100 in the pages of PT that are most popular, the difference isn't really that great. Traffic is extremely spread out, with thousands of posts getting, at least some traffic all day. So caching is only able to do so much, and that creates the problem there. So I made the decision that we need to jump to a larger VPS account, and I would love to upgrade with Servint, but unfortunately, the next level, 768, 1 gig, next is you gotta jump all the way to 2 gig. There's no 1.5 plan there, and that means a jump of $30 per month in price to an $89 account. So now I'm paying effectively double what I was paying in hosting from the first time. I don't feel as if I'm getting double the service. And that puts me in a bit of a bind because, I can afford it, but as a small businessman, I don't like, wasting money. So I started searching around, and I found a company called VPSlatch at VPSlatch.com, offering essentially the exact same VPS, exact same managed service, exact same cPanel, exact same everything for $45 a month, basically half the price. And I did some reviews, talked with their sales staff some, and I decided to make the jump. And unfortunately, the jump isn't going really good. Yesterday, I finally got around to putting in the transition request and just resigned myself at it for the next 2 hours. I'm going to sit here and be available to their support staff to answer any questions and help them begin the transfer successfully. And they never contacted me. And took them 4 hours. By that time I'd left, I was at dinner, I was doing all kinds of other things before they contacted me. If they contacted me in a reasonably quick period of time, I would have been able to answer all their questions and really get the ball rolling faster. But no, they didn't get to me, and it's been a problem ever since with slow responses. And it's really, really aggravating because, like I said, with Servint, I've never waited longer than about 20 minutes for a response. And even though I kind of have a beef with their support staff over this memory issue because that seems like something that should have been instantly recognizable to them and not need to be upgraded to higher level engineers. And after repeated requests for assistance with this issue, they should have done something, but they never actually did. Um, so I'm not totally thrilled there, but at least the time and the helpfulness was much greater. And I'm getting the feeling with VPSlatch right now that the support team is either overloaded or not making this a priority or something else. And as a result, I'm getting kind of nervous about this change because even though I run things pretty efficiently myself, I'm not a guy who abuses support. I probably have maybe done one support outside of the issues with the memory that turned out to be the memory issues. I think I've maybe filed one or two actual support requests with Servint. I've been very gentle overall, and I run things pretty well myself. I just like that extra layer of security for when I need it. But if I need it now, and I don't feel like VPSlatch is going to be there now when I need it. So I don't know. We might not be making the transition to the other possibility. I might be canceling the account today and looking for alternatives. So if you've got a VPS suggestion for me that is, about 1.5, 2 gigabytes RAM, reasonably quick, cPanel WHM is required because mainly that's for the transfer. I started on cPanel eons ago, and it's just kind of been a thing ever since, and it's just why change now. And like I said, managed. Let me know, please. I'm eager to learn who you've found to work well with, just in case this thing with VPSlatch doesn't go through. If it does go through, we'll be on the new server by tomorrow, and all will be well, and la 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 la. In the meantime, though, sorry for no post on PT today. Hope you can understand. But in the meantime, this is Jonathan Bailey signing off.